My name is Dan Smith, and today I'm interviewing Tomas Todd. Hello, Tomas.
Hello, how are you?
I understand you're a square dancer.
Yes, I am since 2003.
Oh, and what level do you dance at?
I'm taking the dance class.
Oh, wonderful.
That doesn't mean I dance. I try.
And you've enjoyed dancing these years?
Oh yeah, very much, especially with advanced. I didn't think that I could take learning the new calls because it was too much work for me, but I was able to do it, almost.
Great. I understand that there was that you had some kind of a problem that came up. What was it?
That's right. When our teacher Harlan Kerr gave me the list of calls, I was so shocked when I saw at the bottom of the list of A1, that was the first set of calls we got. It was Half Breed Thru, and I couldn't believe what I was reading and what I saw. It made me hurt inside. So I started speaking to the other people one at a time. Now and then, I would purposely take that paper and show it to them, and show them, can you believe this is here? To everybody, can you believe this is here? Can you believe this is here?
What kind of responses did you get?
Not very much. They would listen, but not really anything. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
What did Harlan have to say about it?
I didn't say anything to Harlan.
Oh, at that point.
At that point. It's very hard to speak to him or anything.
But why? What was the call, and why were you upset about it?
The call is Half Breed Thru, and I'm mixed race, and I was called that, and I think it's the racist call, and it's something that it hurts when people call you that. And we were called that growing up in my family, and I agree with Cher. It's a word that she learned to hate. I hate it also.
Yeah, that's in the repeat of the song. She says, a half-breed. That's all I ever hear. Half-breed, how I've learned to hate the word.
That's exactly how I feel.
Right. And so that upset you. So what did you do about it?
I waited until Harlan taught us the call, which means I couldn't say anything to him officially because he hadn't taught us the call. So I waited until the day that he taught us the call, and it was at the church over by Forest Hill. And he taught us that. As soon as he taught me that word, and I heard him say it, I went up to him and I said what I felt about that word. He agreed with me, and I said, how can we change that? And he said, why don't you write to Call Lab? They're having their convention. It was in April of last year. And it was almost April, about a week or two. So he said, you better do it quickly. And he said, write to me, and I'll send you the names of all the people you should send an email to. And write them also. So I wrote Call Lab and all the people on that list.
Oh, wonderful. Were there any other callers that were helpful to you?
Yes, there was Rich Reel.
He calls for Western Star.
Yes, he does. He is very helpful and very friendly, and I like him very much. His lover is also a very good man.
And so what did you write to Call Lab?
I told them that what I felt about that word, that millions of Americans are a mixed race, including President Obama. And in this day and age, that should not be part of the calls we call our lab. This is, the modern age. We shouldn't be having things like that. So they said they were going to send it on to the events committee.
Oh, and so did they send it on?
Yes, they did.
And did you do anything to encourage the process?
Yes, my friend Dan Smith, but also you, was the first one to jump in and said that he would help. he likes to doing things like that. He's always been you've always been a leader in starting with Gala. And I was amazed at how we started the petition. It was a hard copy first. We took it to the dances and places. And then you saw the advertisement. Somehow you were searching on, what was that thing?
StumbleUpon.com, which you go to places that you don't even know about. And it took me to a place called change.org.
And it was funny because when you mentioned change.org, I'd already gotten things from them. And I was always wondering how we could also get on change.org. My friend sends me a lot of things from change.org. And we wrote the petition and we sent it on to change.org. And then we wrote to all the different square dance clubs in the world.
Hundreds of them.
There were hundreds, from Japan all the way to Europe.
Uh-huh.
And we received a few petitions from them, a few signed petitions from them. I think it was from one.
About almost 80, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But that was tedious and hard, and people really had to make a huge effort in order to send it in. So this electronic way is better because people just have to read the petition, which basically asks what?
It asks to change the name of Half Breed Thru to something more correct.
Uh-huh. And so what happened? Did that first year, did they make the change? The first year?
No, they decided that they were going to do something about it. It was the first time I think that they had gotten, because people had tried before.
Yeah, for over 20 years.
Yes, people had tried for years to do it before, and nothing was done. But maybe because times have changed and people started thinking differently.
And we had an electronic petition.
Yes. I think we got to reach a lot of people.
Oh.
And many people knew about it. And they got the information. I believe very much in giving people the information. And it was very nice.
So basically, the first year they decided to do something the next year about it.
Right.
And what did they do the next year?
The next year,
which is this year.
This year, again in April, we were having a convention. It was a few days before, so I had gotten the email addresses of how to contact all the callers, and also I've also always had the one to contact all the square dancers through email, where they all get the same message at the same time. So I decided that night. I didn't tell you because I was afraid you might say it's a bad idea. So I believe you hit the part of the last minute.
Well, you were smart.
And so I started this chatter where I got a lot of information from people and how they felt and how they thought. And to this day, chatter is still going on, and it's been a month. And it's already happened at the convention. The advance committee changed the name Half Breed Thru to Brace Thru.
No, they changed it to Brace Thru. Tony Todd wanted
Brace Thru.
Which I love.
Like Brace Thru also.
I love it.
But I understand why Brace Thru was chosen, because it's a family of calls in the sea level.
Well, the thing is they did the right thing, and they did it magnificently and with a very high positive vote.
Yes, and I wrote them a letter. I wrote a letter thanking them for doing what they did, and they wrote me back, thank you.
And so when will callers start saying Brace Thru rather than Half Breed Thru?
It's already been announced, and they have until next April to all be calling it. So they can start calling it anytime up until then.
Oh, okay.
Some will probably call it sooner than others, but they all have to call it by next April.
Because the thing is that all callers do as Caller Lab instructs.
That's right.
So that everything is standardized. Right. And that's since 51 or something, isn't it?
One of my friends,
41, since 1941.
one of my friends was talking to me about, I told him about they had changed it, and he said that was a good job. And he said, is that just for the gay square dancers and stuff? I said, no, it's for the world. As we said, call or dab, besides the calls, and everybody has a bite pattern. So this is the world change. Go to work, Obama.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you went to Japan, you will be hearing Brace Thru.
That's right.
Next April.
Or
if you go to Germany, or Lithuania, or Canada.
That's right. That's because that's funny because when I was in Vietnam, I saw Vietnamese people dancing square dance, and I was surprised why it was all done in English. Now I know why.
Great. Okay, well, thank you very much, Tomas.
You're welcome.